Writing down new for deductions. More deductions. Oh god, there's 3 apparently. Right. Why is Knuckles was swollen? I don't know if that's got anything. Oh, apparently it does. Okay. Apparently those were.
Dunn must have punched the can while he was arguing with Yale. I guess that explains why he threatened to call the fight off.
Okay. So he's obviously pissed about something. Dunn was murdered. Dunn wasn't tall enough to hang himself from that. No, I told you it was too high up. All clues collected now and lose follow of no deduction.
I'm much taller than Dunn. And I can barely reach the noose. There's no way Dunn hanged himself.
Literally, as I
Not
said
on his
right
own,
from the
at
beginning.
least.
Because I looked at it and I was like, that is way too high up. More deductions. Had 4 different net marks. I want to call a fight. Four. Wait, four different neck marks. There's 3 lines there on the chest expander.
Bobby Yale. I don't know if you had a motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
Dunn was strangled with Yale's. Oh my god, there's more! Excuse me, Jake, I'm having a moment.
Christ.
Seems a bit too cut and
Did
dry.
Yale kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
I always knew Bobby had issues. But I never thought he'd go that far.
I don't think he did it. It's too early to say.
I couldn't say. In my line of work, you really shouldn't jump to conclusions.
But the chest expander, the box in his locker, the marks on my father's neck.
Doesn't
It all
he?
leads to him. In any case, that doesn't change a thing.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale.
It's not even been a day,
Nothing
woman.
has
Get off me
changed.
case.
Opening the safe
I have
and
no idea
finding
what
my
the
father's
accent
will
was.
won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
I know she's desperate and everything, but... Is there anything else there in this? And Yale's locker. There. Where am I supposed to go to now? Wiggly, have you found anything? Someone's getting a phone call. Or maybe not. No, apparently I don't need to use the phone. I'm confused. What to do now? I do like the fact that even though it's racial slurs, which I stand against 100%, somebody realised they spelled something wrong, tried to scrub it out, and they cared so much about their grammar. If one must graffiti, one must do it properly. No, I'm not going to make the mistake of going to Jake's locker again, because he got really pissed. I'm sure he nearly hit me. Oh, fine. Key draining. Let's go to the diner. See if we have accidentally got her fired. Gift shop. Oh, hello. Hello, sir. No gift shop? William P. Gordon's? Anyone? Oh. Ah!
I know you're hiding something.
What?
I know how much Dunn meant to you. I'm very sorry for your loss.
I don't think
Your handwriting on the envelope. Your date of birth on the safe.
Oh, my goodness. I can't talk here. My shift is over in 10 minutes. Can you wait a while?
Sure.
Can I get a refill over here, Mary?
Coming right up.
Apparently I'm going out for a fag.
Can't say fag.
And I'm British.
That's a good point.
A cigarette. That's what it means. Apparently I'm in the watch... Oh, no, I'm outside. I was like, why am I in the shop?
Mary
minutes ago.
Purnell, the angel Joe Dunn found in his golden years.
We'd been seeing each other for almost 2 years.
2 years.
It all started with... Well... Weekdays I start cleaning the gym at dawn, before my shift at the diner. Joey always came in early, just a little after I got there.
Walk with me, madame.
He used to say it was the best time for the worst task of the day.
Oh, I know exactly what he meant. Did he help you clean?
No, poor Joey. I would never have allowed that. He did more than enough. Would even clean on my days off. Paperwork. He just hated it. But that was just him. Instead of putting off the things he couldn't stand, he did them as soon as possible. One morning, he saw me crying. I was having a rough day and...
He tried to make you smile.
He pointed at the coffee machine. You need a cup of joe and some fresh air. That was the first of many cups on the rooftop.
I don't think anyone seduced anyone. I think they just hit it off.
One day, we realized those rooftop coffees were the best part of our day. So we began to spend more time together.
But you never told anyone. Why did you keep it secret?
For Sonia's sake. She and Joey drifted apart after her mother's death. He was afraid that our relationship would only make matters worse. Until one day, on the rooftop, we realized just how serious our relationship was. And we decided to turn those moments into a lifetime.
So he asked you to marry him.
Yes, of course. He gave me the wedding ring and we decided to tell the world. He said he needed to share that happiness with his little girl. Turns out, he wasn't that happy after all.
What about Yale? Wasn't he like a son to him?
Maybe you already noticed I have a slight cold. I really should be heading home.
Maybe you should cover your neck.
I lost my scarf a while back, not sure where. And now, if you'll excuse me, that's my bus stop. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Blacksad.
I don't think she's got a cold.
Sonia's indifference never ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she so opposed to Yale?
John Blacksad? I think I owe you an apology.
Yes, you do, Mr. O'Leary. I recognise you.
Apology accepted. But what exactly are you apologizing for?
Listen, I don't think my fellow workers treated you with the respect you deserve. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad.
You probably do because you
So
want the
please,
money.
Kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
Yes.
Of course. You don't mind me riding in this fancy car with a wrinkled suit, do you?
Aw, I think you look mighty dapper, Mr. Blacksad. Although, if those wrinkles were to
That's the
rub
guy
off
that
on
tried to
me-
kill me. And the other guy was beating me up. Because he didn't like
I always
detectives.
play it nice and safe.
Put it away. By the way, your wife knows.
How it said of your own accord, which means that whatever happens, you were getting in that car.
Yeah, the fact that I think either I got the car nice and politely, or I get beaten up again. And I think it would wind them up even more if I actually end up
Thank you,
being friends with
Blacksad.
him.
You won't regret
Just a-
this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's
Yeah, I'm
just
pretty
too
sure you
much
prob-
money at stake. So
Yeah, you probably got
I'm
lots of bets
offering
on
you
it.
my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
What kind of help do you need?
A simple exchange of information. You're a good detective, and I, well, let's just say I have my own ways of making people talk.
Fine.
All right, then. Let's work together.
I thought you'd be hard to convince, that you'd appeal to the moral high ground or something.
No.
Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business.
Yes.
What's so bad about that?
You know what? No, I
I can't really say.
Well, I can. Nothing. But I'll tell you what is wrong. The way our government is ruining America.
What
We
is
live
it?
in a
It's
so-called
so wrong.
free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me,
I'm a veteran.
I'm not either.
Ha! Well, see? We're all among friends. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
That doesn't justify what you do.
Okay, but that doesn't justify what you do for a living.
Oh boy. Did you hear anything I just said? Anyway, when the
I'm
government
okay.
passes these laws, there's
See, I
only
don't
one
really have a
legitimate
problem
weapon
with the
the
illegal
people
in
can
gambling part.
wield.
I have a
The same
problem when
weapon
you
that
start
turned
breaking
America
people's
into
legs
a
when they
great
make too
nation.
big of a bet.
Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
They do like their revolutions. You're bending the truth.
You're bending the truth to justify organized crime.
Oh no, it might have been organized crime, but not anymore.
It's disorganized,
I wasn't
it's
always the
chaos.
boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom when Lucky Blitzen ran this show. And good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding. Not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
I told
Maybe
him
at first,
several
But when they
times.
tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
Both of them. 2 of them.
Yeah, the 2 of them.
Bastards. But don't you worry. I'll have a talk with those 2. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. As I said before, I like to help people so I can count on their gratitude. That applies to fellow partners like police or, in this case, a detective. I won't deny this business has its fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualties, but I'd rather leave that to my enemies. And you are not my enemy. And, it looks like we're here.
I like him. I really like him. Assuming it's finished, I think that'll be a good place to leave it because I'm getting some spasms down my back. It's making me very uncomfortable to sit in one spot. I need to move, basically.
Yale's apartment?
I told you I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, you can honor our arrangement and share your findings with me.
You know what?
Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Colbert! Wilson!
Words! You are getting told off by Daddy. You've been naughty, naughty, naughty boys.
Question.
In a sec.
Okay.
No, yeah, before something go. Question. What is the question, Tom?
Question. They're all
Speak up.
They're all different species of animals.
Yes.
So surely you can assume that the buffalo,
Yes.
his parents were both buffalo,
Yes.
and the rhino, both of his parents were rhino.
Yes. What's this going with?
But if a buffalo mummy and a rhino daddy love each other very much,
Right.
comes out, and why aren't we seeing more of them? Because surely, like, interbreeding relationships must be, must exist.
I know racial things apparently are still in this game.
Yeah, so racial things are replaced with replaced by species things, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
Well, I say that. Apparently, it counts as towards Jake because he's a gorilla. But I think it's because he's got black fur. I could be wrong. I don't know how they're working this out.
have you seen any other gorillas yet?
No. But they're talking about racism as in the colour, not the species. So it's a bit weird. So I don't know how do you tell? Because at the moment they're just animals. I don't know which is which.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I know it sounds horrible
why-
and everything, and it just doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Right. So I don't know if he counts, unfortunately, a black gentleman because he's a black
Yeah,
cat. But he might be mixed race because he's black and white. I
no,
don't know how it works.
No, that is basically Christian Bale.
Oh, it's Christian Bale.
Yeah, it's Christian Bale.
Oh,
because
okay.
He's got the white bit here,
He's Christian Bale.
and then the rest of it is black. He's Catman.
I fell for that one, didn't I? I fell for that. Anyway,
He does look like Batman.
it does not look.
This is the original Batman. So
No,
it's like
no.
the original 1950s, 1940s.
Stum. You're going off on one again without Catman. No, bad Tom. Otherwise I'll get O'Leary
Oh my
on
God, they're
you.
all animals.
Yeah.
Have you seen any birds yet?
No.
Ah, because his psychic could actually be a robin.
There's a weasel at the moment. His psychic is a weasel at this moment in time.
So it could turn into Wobbin. As opposed
Wobbin.
To Robin.
Bobbin.
Wobbin. Anyway, I'll let you.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Right. Okay. Despair at my darling, beloved husband, but yes. I'm going to leave it there. Tonight. And I'm going to bid thee all a farewell. Thank you for all those joined me.